All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another webinar. And today we have Cosmikology yet again. Super excited. Love this brand. I personally do not use it, but I hear so many amazing things about Cosmikology. And from the last two webinars that we've had, just phenomenal. Just phenomenal product. Love seeing it. Love watching it. But while we're waiting for everybody to tune in, you know what we like to do. Go ahead and drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. Let me go ahead and pull up chat so I can see what you guys are saying because I didn't get these settings set up for me. So, everyone, there we go. All right, we see South Dakota. Ooh, Canada. Hello, Canada. Our friends up north, Pennsylvania, Kansas, Houston, Florida. Hello, Juju Reese. Someone says, I love Cosmikology, and I'm here from Florida. Well, we are happy you're here joining us today. North Carolina in the house, Wisconsin, Knoxville, Tennessee, Aloha, Tarifa from Hawaii, Panama, Maine, Austria, Arkansas. All right, we got the group here. So thank you for taking the time and joining us here today. Super excited. And with us, we have a special guest, Alicia, 10K affiliate. So she has been with MyDailyChoice for a while. Her and I have had a lot of conversations, and she is an amazing individual, and she is going to show you what she does. So Alicia, say hello to everybody that's tuning in.
Hello, everybody. I am super excited to be here. Thanks, Chris. Chris is awesome. Although I thought he was going to follow along with us today. Do his own beautiful look. That's all right. We can deal with it. But hello, guys. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'm super excited to share with you Cosmikology, you guys. Some of you followed me for a while. I do a lot of makeup lives here on Facebook, not here on Facebook, and I absolutely love cosmetics of all kind. And when Cosmikology dropped, it was right in my area. And so I'm super excited to share with you guys. Now, we've done a couple different things. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to teach you a very simple, now I'm going to say simple. Now, I know some people are beginners on here, but listen, you guys, I'm going to teach you what's called a halo eye. Now, some people call it an open halo eye, the way I'm going to teach you this. But you can the reason I want to teach you this specific type of technique is because you can do any color story with this. Some people know me, I wear a lot of very bright colors. I'm actually going to show you two looks, one on the right eye, one on the left eye, using the same technique. We're going to be using the Karma palette. Now, if you have the Natural Goddess palette, you can follow along. You're still going to be able to do really any eye look that you want from this, but I wanted to kind of showcase the beautiful Karma palette, you guys. So as you see here, this is Karma. It's beautiful. A lot of people always say, well, this is a great everyday look, everyday palette. It absolutely is, but I'm going to show you that Karma also has some great everyday looks in here, okay? So what I've done, I did do my brows off camera, you guys, because let's be real, most of us that do our eyebrows know that they're kind of crazy and they're never the same, and they're still not the same right now, but we're just gonna go with it. But I did want to just tell you guys really quick, I did use the Cosmikology brow pencil, and I want to tell you guys, as someone who is still learning how to do my brows but is very picky on makeup products, this is one of the best brow pencils I've ever used. So I just want to show you guys really quick, the shape on this is perfect for shaping and then filling in. And then on the other end, you actually have a little spoolie, okay? What I like to do is I like to put my brows on, not perfect, okay? They're supposed to be sisters, not twins. Mine sometimes are fourth cousins twice removed, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. But what you guys are going to do, you're going to do that, right? This color, I believe, is Earth Stone. So I like the darker one. If you need help with color matching, I can help afterwards, you guys. But okay, so you're going to put your brows on. Now, sometimes people will cut them, what's called cutting. They'll use concealer underneath and above. I've stopped doing all of that. It's a lot. It takes a lot of time. They're never perfect. It drives me nuts. So I'm going to throw them on. We're going to do some eyeshadow. I always do my eyeshadow first. Everybody does this differently. It doesn't matter. The one thing that I want to tell you guys about cosmetics and makeup in general is that it's meant to be fun. I don't want you guys to stress about what it looks like, how it applies. I can't wear this color. I can't do this. Let me tell you, I'm here to tell you that you can wear any color you want. You can do any eye look you want. You can wear as much blush, as little blush, as much contour, as like, have fun. Okay, that's what makeup is for me. It's a way of showing artistry and like doing all of this. It's a way for me to like express myself. Okay, I am not artistic as far as like drawing or anything, but when it comes to makeup, it's like one of my favorite things. I can express myself. And you know what? Let's be real. It's makeup. It doesn't always look perfect, but I also always say, trust the process, because when we get started here, y'all are going to go, what are we doing? And then at the end, it's going to look fabulous. Okay. So I'm going to actually prep my lids, you guys. Now I want to talk to you really quickly about your lids. Now I have hooded eyes, you guys. So when I look at you, you can kind of see my skin right here, right? So you can't see a lot of my lid space. So I have hooded eyes. So what I teach you today is going to be really great for hooded eyes. Now, if you don't have hooded eyes, what we do, you'll just bring down a little bit. But when you have hooded eyes, you kind of create your own space above where you normally would your crease, right? So that when you're looking right on it, people, they can see the color above here, okay? Another thing is, as we age, the skin above our eyes and right under our eyes starts to get thin, you guys. So what we want to do is we don't want to use anything heavy. I don't put a lot of I don't put foundation up here or underneath my eyes. We're going to use concealer to prep above the eye, and then we'll also put concealer on at the end right underneath the eye, and we're going to set it with our setting powder, but we don't want to put too much under here, especially if you have, like I have some like dark circles, but I also get a little bit of creasing right under my eye. While I pull up the concealer, I want to tell y'all something about texture and all of that. We all see pictures of like perfectly like I'm going to say Photoshop because a lot of them are, or it's lighting, but these perfect canvases, right? Like, oh my goodness, look how beautiful their skin looks. Their makeup looks like airbrushed on. I'm here to tell you that everybody has texture to their skin. Everybody has creasing in some places. It really just comes down to how the makeup is applied, how the pictures are taken, and if it's photoshopped at all. Okay, whether that's just a little bit of like smoothing. And I'm not judging nobody. I love a good filter and all that, but I don't want anyone to think like, well, you know, I have creasing under here and whatever. Listen, we all do. Okay, we all have texture, so just go with it, have fun, and remember that it's just makeup. You can take it off, and tomorrow's a new day. Okay, so what we're gonna do, you guys, is we're gonna take our Cosmikology concealer, and we're going to use it right above on our eyelid, okay, to prime. Now, the reason that priming is so important is not only to cover, like, as you can see, I have a little bit of, like, you can see the veins in my eye, a little bit of discoloring, things like that, but it's also to prime for the eyeshadow, okay? I hear this all the time, so what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to dab a little bit on. Okay, and then I'm going to actually just use my finger to rub this in, okay? While I do this, what I want to tell you guys, so if you take it, and you're doing this because it's warming it up, but I'm creating a soft base. I'm almost out of my Luna concealer, you guys, so this is Dove. I normally use Luna because it's brighter, but I want to use Luna on my face to brighten, so we're going to use Dove above the eyes. But a lot of times what I hear is, well, I don't get the same payoff you do with eyeshadow. When I apply it, it's not as dark, or the pigment isn't there. It's not staying. That's because you're not prepping your lids, you guys. You really need to have a base for that eyeshadow to go onto, to stick to. And it's going to help it not only be more pigmented, but it's going to help it show up a lot better. And it's going to last longer. So as you can see, that kind of smooths the top, okay? Now, like I said, I'm gonna go in with Karma, okay? But if you have this and I don't know if you guys are going along with me. If you want to, I know some people do. This is the Natural Goddess palette. You can definitely kind of follow along with that one, but we're gonna focus on Karma because I really, really love the versatility of this palette. It really it's like multi-function use. It's amazing. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, y'all. Listen, People always ask me about brushes. I have like 500 million brushes. Really, you just need a basic eyeshadow brush set, a few fluffy brushes, some packing brushes, which are the more dense brushes. You don't need anything crazy, okay? I've accumulated a lot of brushes over the years, but it's not something that you have to do, okay? So we're gonna start on the right eye, you guys, okay? So I wanna let me know in the comments you guys can see this, or is this a good lighting for you? I'm gonna go in with Vibrations, which is this lighter shade, okay? If your complexion is a little bit darker, you can go in with this middle one. This is Balance, but we're gonna create this. We're gonna just dab this right on where we laid that down. And this is just setting that concealer, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna do that on both sides, although we're gonna focus on one eye and then flip to the other to teach you guys this different technique. But I'm just doing this to set it so that it doesn't go anywhere, okay? I don't want a lot of creasing there because it's very easy to crease under your eye or on top of your eye, sorry guys. Okay, so we've done that, right? Now, I'm gonna teach you guys about the halo eye. So the halo eye, there's a couple different ways to do it, but the way I'm gonna teach you is what we call open halo eye. You're gonna focus your darker shades here and here, and then you're gonna use either a light or like a glitter or shimmer shade in the middle. Now, I hear a lot of people say, well, I'm this years old, so I can't wear glitter. I can't wear shimmers. Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. However, if for some reason you're like, that's not for me, I don't really want to wear that, you can use a lighter matte shade in the middle when I teach you this, and that will work as well. So it's totally your preference. But I'm going to teach you guys because what's going to happen is we're going to put color here and color here. And then we're going to do that in the middle. It's going to create a really, really pretty basic eye. And the reason I love this is because really this is something anyone can do. And again, you can do this with any color story. So you can use Karma, you can use Natural Goddess, you can use your blushes as eyeshadows, y'all, that works too. You can do anything. It's absolutely amazing, okay? So I'm going to take a small like little packing brush and I'm actually going to go in with this darkest shade right here, which is Golden Age. And what I love, one thing about these eyeshadows, you guys, is that they're buildable. But I'm literally going to start just packing this in my outer corner, okay? You want to kind of leave like where your pupil is up. You want this area to kind of stay open without anything, okay? Then we're going to apply it here. Now, I have hooded eyes. So I'm applying it higher up over where my crease is. Now, if you don't have hooded eyes, you don't need to pull it up as high, right? But I'm creating my own lid space, you guys, because of the fact that my eyes are hooded. So I've also like slowly over the years have plucked the eyebrows a little bit higher and higher to create more space. I'm also here to tell you that it's okay to pull that eyeshadow all the way up to your eyebrows if you want. Again, it's your makeup, it's your face, do what you want. I'm still taking that color, I'm patting it in, tap, tap, tap. It's really good to tap also, you guys. You don't really want to like, when you're trying to pack color in, you don't really want to actually like go around in circles because it's not going to pack in. So you're going to pack this first before we blend. So I'm packing, packing, packing. Now again, what do? We trust the process because right now it looks a mess, right? That's totally normal. So we're going to do that. Wait 1 second. So we're going to start with that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to set that down and we're going to go in with a what I always call a blending brush, you guys. Whoop. So this is just like a fluffy brush. It's not dense at all, but I'm actually going to use this to buff out the edges. So I'm not really taking any additional product right now. I'm just blending. So with this, I'm pointing it right directly on, okay? And kind of in an upwards motion. Now, when you hold your brush, you guys, if you hold it towards the end, you're not going to get a lot of pressure. If you hold it towards the middle, you're going to have mid pressure. I'm kind of holding it towards the front because I want it to really disperse the outer like edges of this color. And I'm also pointing it a little bit upward so it'll blend out. If you point it in, it's going to blend in, okay? So that's what's really great about makeup brushes. You can kind of control where that makeup is going. So I'm just kind of blending, blending, blending. And again, you can do this with any colors. So basically you take a darker color, which we're going to keep packing. So then we're going to go back. We're going to pack a little bit more on. So we're just going to pack, pack, pack. But you would take basically like a darker color like this, and then we'll blend the edges out at the end with a lighter color and then a shimmer. It's like 3 to 4 colors of any palette you can use this with, okay? So I'm just packing that back in here. And then we're going to diffuse it one more time. Again, just kind of in an upward motion. And again, you can totally use the Natural Goddess palette to do this. I just really wanted to showcase the Karma palette. I love, love, love the colors in there. And I am going to show you guys a halo eye with the blues, because those blues are stunning. And it's funny because I always thought I couldn't wear blue shadows because of my eye color, but they look great. Let all of those myths you've heard about what you can and can't wear just go to the side because you can do whatever you want, okay? So now I'm actually going to take that same blending brush, okay? And we're going to go in with, let's see here. I'm actually going to go in with this lighter shade right here. So this is super natural, and we're going to create a little bit of contrast on the outside. So I'm literally just going to like literally tap into this color, okay? And I'm taking this on the outer corners and I'm just diffusing this, but I'm adding a little bit of dimension. So I'm just tap, 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 blending that right in. Okay. We're going to tap, tap, tap. We're going to blend the inside here. Now, I want to talk about kind of you see a lot of people with these like perfect lines. I get asked about them a lot too. I want to preface this with, I'm not normally a fan of makeup wipes because they pull on your skin, and you do not want to pull on your skin, but I do use sensitive skin makeup wipes to dab along this line and clean up any eyeshadow that's fallen. So you can do that. Okay. So that's literally what I'm going to do with that, you guys. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back in with the concealer, okay? So you would take your concealer, and I'm going to apply a little bit right through here. So this is where that shimmer is going to go, okay? That's in that palette. You can totally just use your finger. I'm like, I can't find the brush that I would normally use, but use your finger right here, okay? We can use whatever we want. And you see how this is kind of creating like, oh, this is creating like a halo. Now, some people do a halo and they kind of stop it here, and they have product on the outside and they have the shimmer there. I like to leave it open. I just like the way it looks. You can definitely do it however you want. The closed halo is a lot easier on non-hooded eyes because you have a lot more lid space. But you're going to put that, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this gorgeous shimmer right here. Okay, this is Starlit. And I'm going to, you know what, let's just do what everybody wants to do. Let's just use our finger, okay? First of all, look at that color payoff. By barely tapping into that, okay? Let me tell y'all, these shadows are amazing. I'm a makeup snob. I have a ton of makeup from high-end to drugstore makeup, and this makeup is phenomenal. The entire formula, it's amazing. It's great for your skin. I have very sensitive skin. This doesn't break me out at all. Like I've been wearing lashes for a really long time. I had to stop wearing them because my eyes were getting irritated. This doesn't irritate my skin at all or my eyes. So it's really great. But here is that gold, you guys, that's Starlit. Now, if you're using the, see the comments. Hi, Tulsa. The Natural Goddess palette, you can use any of those beautiful shimmers in there, okay? So I'm literally going to tap this right where I put that concealer, okay? And then I'm just going to tap up. Like, oh, you guys. Okay. What do you guys think? I love that. Love that. Okay. And how simple was that? How simple. Okay. Obviously, we're not done. We're going to do another look, and I'm going to show you. It's very gentle on the eyelid. Exactly. And that's the thing with anything that you do. We just want to make sure that we're not tugging at the skin too much, especially as we're getting older. We don't want to make the aging process go any faster, right? We want to take our time and make things look great. So what I'm going to do now, you guys, is I'm going to take that darker shade that I've been using, okay? This one right here, which is Golden Age. And I'm going to go back in with just like a small brush. And I'm just going to tap a little bit next to this to help this blend. Now, you don't have to do this. I just like to do this. Okay. Simple. And you can do this with any colors, you guys. Excuse me. Literally any color. Think about it. You could do like a light purple, dark purple. You could do light pinks, pink in the middle, greens, purples. Like y'all know, I've posted tons of pictures to my profile. I play with all colors. You can literally do this with any color story. But then here's what I'm going to do. Right along my brow bone, okay, right up here, we're going to highlight. So we're going to add in vibrations, okay? And this is just to highlight that and to kind of give yourself a little lift, okay? I'm just adding that there. Boom, love it, love it. So like I said about the makeup wipes, please, please, please don't use a makeup wipe to pull across your skin. Now you can do what I'm about to do with micellar water and a Q-tip. I don't know, this has always been my thing. Don't do this if you think it's bad, it's okay. But I literally just like kind of tap, okay? And I'm just creating that line right here. And I use this to kind of clean up, okay? Like I said, you're gonna trust the process because you have the ability to clean this up. Okay? And this is one of the reasons I do my eyeshadow first. There will be a replay available in the back office, you guys. These are Neutrogena, like sensitive skin ones, you guys. I'm not saying that I recommend these because, again, I know makeup wipes are not good for your skin. This is just what I've always done. I really need to, micellar water and Q-tips are really like the safest route. Now, we're gonna go in. Now, this is what I like to do. You may not want to do eyeliner, okay? Some people aren't comfortable with eyeliner. I'm not gonna do a crazy wing, but I wanted to show you that you can go in with just a very thin line to kind of give your eye a little bit more dimension. Our eyeliners are amazing, you guys. Okay, yeah, I love eyeliner. And I'm sorry if I'm not answering everybody's questions. A lot come through. So if I see it, I'll answer it. If I don't, I'm so sorry. My name is just like this anywhere you can find me if you have questions, I promise. But I'm going to use our black eyeliner. And here's, I don't know if y'all knew this. So if you did, hats off to you. But I just got shown like a month ago that the bottom here, like it comes with a smudger, right? But there's actually a sharpener in there too. So if you pull it out, you can actually sharpen this, which helps so much. So I just sharpen it a tiny bit to create a little like point there. Yeah, I know. I think Haley showed us or someone, but it was really awesome. But yeah, you can pull this out and it's on the brow pencils too. So cool, right? Yay, I'm so glad. I was like, probably everybody knows this, but awesome. Okay, so I am gonna look in a mirror really quick, you guys, but I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go right along just that lash line. Now, some people need to hold their skin back, like pull the eye. You can totally do that. Everyone's like, I had no idea. I know. So here's what you can do, right? You can do this. And see how that just adds older skin. I totally like, listen, I teach so many different people how to do makeup. And so it's totally okay. So if you have to pull the skin a little bit, that's okay. Do whatever you have to do to get whatever look you want. Just be gentle. Gently pull it if you have to. So we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna do a wing, okay? I'm just not. I loved wing eyes. I'll do a tiny one on this eye in just a second. But so we're just gonna do that. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of mascara on, and that's pretty much it for that eye, you guys. Now, I'm gonna blend, once we put the foundation on, I'll blend this out a little bit, but I don't wanna do anything crazy until the face makeup is on. Now, everything I'm using is Cosmikology minus the mascara, just because we don't have one yet. We will. I just know we will eventually. But I'm just going to put a little mascara on, just because if not, it's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Okay. Boom. That's it. Okay. So we do that. And then we're going to go over to this eye, and I'm going to teach you guys this blue look. Okay. Now, I remember growing up, everyone was like, oh, you can't use blues. You know, your eyes, blues look funny, blah, blah, blah. Again, do whatever you want. Don't listen to nobody. Okay. Don't listen to them. We're going to go in with this dark navy color. This is Enchant. And we're going to use the same process that we did earlier. Okay. So we're just going to kind of go into it, and we're going to tap that in, and we're going to build that color up. Exactly. It's all in placement and blending. Blending is like the most important thing when it comes to eyeshadow. Like, building your color up and blending it out is very, very important. But I just love this. Did I ever go to cosmetology school? No, I did not. So I'm a self-taught person. I learned a lot from like YouTube and just watching people. Fun fact, well, not, I guess not fun fact, but I was actually like a pretty like big tomboy up until I went into like high school. And then about my like sophomore year of high school, I started, and I'm just going to start blending this out, you guys. I started being bullied for my weight, and makeup became kind of a way for me to just be like, whatever. Like, I felt like I was invincible when I had a full face of makeup on. Like, I was like, what are you going to do? So that's kind of how it happened for me. I used like a negative thing happening to me to learn something. And so trust me, I have a long way to go when it comes to learning techniques and that. But yeah, I'm absolutely self-taught. I love to watch other people and then just kind of try it out for myself. And again, what's great about makeup is that's kind of the whole point of it, is to express yourself. You can totally do things that maybe other people aren't comfortable doing it. Like, it's just it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'm tapping that again in here while we're blending it. Okay. But I really believe that anyone can learn. It just takes time, right? And you just have to go for it. Just have fun. So I'm literally just blending this out. Again, we're blending in an upward motion lightly. We're not like pressing super hard into the skin. We're just blending the outer corners out. Okay, and we're going to clean this up again, so don't stress about that. And I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. Okay, and then I know that there's not like a lighter shade of blue, kind of like we did with the other one, but I'm actually going to go in with this lighter brown right here just to diffuse the outer corners. So I'm just going to tap in to that a little bit. Okay. So really that's just, you're just diffusing it, okay? Because you don't want anything harsh up here. So super simple, okay? And then we're gonna go back in with that concealer. We can find it. I have everything sitting here. So we're gonna set it right where our pupil's at and kind of blend it up. And again, I'm just gonna use my finger to just tap it in. See how that kind of creates that halo? And again, if you have non-hooded eyes like this, you can definitely like cut it halfway through and leave your color out, and then do it. But for those of us with these lovely hooded eyes, we have to kind of create our own space. So we're going to go in with this shade, which is probably like, again, I'm not a huge blue person normally, but this Mystic shade right here is like my favorite in the entire like color palettes here. It's beautiful. Like, just wait. It's so beautiful. I'm literally going to put it right on my finger. Look at that color, you guys. Oh, it's so stunning. So then I'm just literally going to tap it. Look at that. Excuse if you hear my dog, so sorry. Look at that. Like, it's just absolutely stunning. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to clean up the bottom here really quick. Again, you guys, with this, and I'm just lightly doing it. I'm not really pulling hard on the skin, but I'm just going to clean that up. As I say, don't pull, and then I pull across the skin. Ignore me. I'm going into like override. Okay. So we're going to kind of do this. And then what I'm going to do, like I did with the other one, is I'm going to go back in to blend this a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that little brush, and I'm just going to add this right here to kind of help blend it. Okay. Almost 62. So if your eyelids are like hidden, you can literally just put a little bit of like a lighter color on the outside of your eyelids. I understand that what you're talking about, but just add a little bit of color on the inside and then a little bit of a darker color on the outside. Play around with it. But you can definitely still do some color. You just might not be able to get exactly perfect lines, right? But again, it's okay. Just have fun. Add a little bit of color, add a little bit darker color on the outside. Boom, ready to go. Okay. You can still absolutely have fun no matter, what the state of your, eyelid may be in. I have a couple of family members that have the same thing. And that's kind of what I'll do when I help them do their makeup okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the black eyeliner. Yes, I am. Where did it go? And we're going to do a small wing. Now, you do not have to do this. You can absolutely not do any eyeliner. If I can get this thing out. You don't have to do eyeliner. You don't have to do the wing if you just want to do what we did over here. It does not matter, okay, you guys? And again, this is just for fun, so don't stress about it. Oh no, and the sharpener just got stuck. Uno momento. Whoops. Okay, we're just gonna have to roll with it. All right, guys, so we're gonna try to do a little bit. Oh wait, here, I have another sharpener here. So we're gonna go in with this liner and we're gonna create a very, very small wing. So what I like to do is first, I'm gonna pull this right along the lash line like I already did, okay? So again, we're just kind of like creating a very small line. They might call that tight lining. If you have smaller eyes, you can definitely buy a lighter shade of this. I also recommend like a light shade on the inner down here, like on your lower line. But we're gonna literally just take this and we're gonna smudge it out a little bit. And I'm literally just pulling from that inner corner. Look at that. Nothing crazy, right? I'm not gonna do a huge wing. I do sometimes usually do a huge wing, but that's not gonna be for everybody, right? So there's just a small wing. You can kind of connect it. You can create a little bit of okay. Boom. Now, again, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. But if you're like going out on the town or you're doing anything like that, it might be fun, right? Super. All right. So, just going to clean that up a little bit. Add a little bit of mascara, and then I'm going to show you guys how I do my face makeup. Yeah, here's the thing. There's always like this misconception about like the eyeshadow and like wings and oh, I can never do that. Like just pull out a little bit. It takes practice. Honestly, it's a little bit harder to do with pencil liners than it may be with like a liquid liner, but you can also use this dark shade in Karma. This is Spellbound. You can like use that as an eyeliner as well. So a few different ways to do it. Okay. So we are going to leave the eye looks alone for just a moment. Okay. And we're going to put on our primer. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about this primer. I, again, am a makeup snob, and this primer is amazing. First of all, this primer has a moisturizer built in. So normally, like before we got started, I washed my face, okay? But I would normally then apply moisturizer and whatever, but I don't need to do that with this. I also have redness to my skin. This is gonna help cover that redness. And yeah, it's just amazing. So I wanna show you guys, it has the purple tint to it. I'm only gonna use about this much. So a lot of people ask me about this. You don't want to use a lot. I also only use it in my T-zone. So through here and here, if there's a little bit extra, I'll apply a little bit extra to my cheeks just because that's where the redness is. But the other thing is, rub it right here in your fingers to warm it up, okay? If you do this, it's going to apply a lot easier to the skin, okay? So I'm just kind of warming it up. And then I'm kind of pressing it. Okay, and I want you guys to watch kind of what happens on this side of the face. Okay, I'm gonna just press it in. And I'm kind of pressing it in an upward motion. So you guys, if you can see kind of how the pores kind of diminish, that redness is like, it's like muted with this. It's amazing. And this can be used on any skin tone. It can like, it's just amazing. It helps to like diminish like the look of pores. It helps with fine lines, like, and the ingredients that are in here, you guys, I don't know if you know this, actually are anti-aging. And I forgot to mention, you guys, a lot of companies are using EU standards, okay? So in America, if makeup is made here in the United States, we only ban about 40 ingredients from being in our cosmetics. EU standards ban 1,300 ingredients from being in their cosmetics, and Credo, which we use Credo standards to create our cosmetics, that bans 2,700 ingredients, including cancer-causing ingredients, ingredients that would cause you to age faster. Like, who wants to put makeup on their face and age faster? That's absolutely crazy. So we're going to just go ahead and put this on, you guys, and I'm going to let it sit for just a moment. This is another thing. Always let it sit. It needs to sit for like 1 to 2 minutes, just because if you right away start putting your foundation on, it's going to kind of slip a little bit. So let that set in. It's going to kind of help those pores. And then I'm going to just show you guys. So here's the foundation. Absolutely love this foundation. Again, the ingredients in here are really great for anti-aging. Because this makeup is so clean, you are seriously not going to get like any breakouts. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I have very sensitive skin. Okay. I was super nervous about trying these cosmetics because of that, but I swear my skin has actually improved since beginning. Anybody else feel that way? Like, it's absolutely amazing. So if you like a light coverage foundation, then I recommend a half pump 2-1 pump of this, okay? I like full coverage, so I normally use a couple of pumps on my face, and I like to put it on the back of my hand, okay? And I'm gonna actually use a beauty blender. So this is a damp beauty blender or a sponge. You guys can get these literally at any drugstore, but make sure it's damp. Now I dampen this like an hour before we started. I don't like it to be like freshly wet. That makes sense. You want it to kind of still have a little buoyancy. So again, we're gonna, woo, woo, woo. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit on the bottom here, okay? And I'm just gonna start dabbing. Now, this color is Moon Glow. It looks a little yellow because of the lights that I'm using, but it is actually a perfect match for my skin. If you need help color matching, definitely reach out. But I'm just tapping that into the skin. And I'm putting that on my ear as well. So big thing to know is if you are doing your makeup, make sure you pull the foundation down your neck and your ear. This is going to help it blend, okay? And look at that. I love that coverage. It's amazing. I do my eyes before my makeup, you guys, because you may get fallout. Like it's just, there's a lot of things. Like if any of that darker color comes on, if you guys need color matched, I would need a picture of you in natural lighting. So like outside, I can't just go off of this tone of your skin. Sorry, I do my eyeshadow before anything else, just in case there's like any fallout. You don't want to kind of create that on the face. You can get like this could fall down here and then be all across your skin. I just prefer to do it this way. Everybody does it differently. That's the beauty of makeup. You can really do it however you want. I'm going to pull that into my hairline. I just re-dyed my hair, so fun times. Okay, so we're going to look a little crazy for a second. But here's where I go in with concealer, you guys. So Luna is like my favorite concealer. It's the lightest one available. I love it for brightening. We're going to create a brightening effect underneath the eyes. Let's see here. It's starting to run out, but I'm going to put concealer right here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull it in this direction because we want all of the attention up, okay? So again, we're going to apply that here and then up. Now you can apply this however you want. This is just how I found that works best. We're going to put a little on the nose, a little here, a little here. But again, we want everything to kind of pull this way. If you have too much kind of right here, this is where your focal point is going to be. If you have everything kind of going out this way, which I'll show you with the contour and blush, you're going to create that kind of like facelift effect, which is, I mean, who doesn't want one of those, right? So we're applying this. And I'm actually going to let underneath my eyes, I'm going to let that sit for a minute because I wanted to have a little bit more coverage. And then I no longer set my whole face. So I used to like mattify the whole face. Okay, you absolutely can. You can use the setting powder to do that. Sorry, I'm looking for mine. So I have Stargazing. This is what I use as the powder that I use. Okay, I'm going to use this just to set where I put concealer. I'm not going to set the rest of my face just because it's actually better for your skin not to, and it can make you look more youthful if it's not. So now I'm just going to blend this up, up, up. So we're blending in an upward motion. And then also another great thing about doing your eyes like first is now you can kind of create again that like line and you're kind of cleaning up around it. You see what I mean? On the inside and the outside. So I love that. Okay. So we have that blended in. And then what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take one of my eyeshadow brushes. I know that seems kind of silly, but it's the easiest way to get like the perfect bake right here underneath my eye. So I want you guys to see, I'm going to use this powder on just right here, and I want you to see the difference. So this is just going to help. So I'm literally just tapping the powder onto this. It's going to help blur lines. It's going to help. Look at that. Crazy, right? Boom. Love it. Okay. As you can see, that just helps with like my dark circle there. It's going to help brighten underneath the eyes again. It's just beautiful. Okay. So we're going to pull that right down the nose too, where I put that concealer right here. This is also where you would highlight. Now we don't have a highlighter, so. Yes, I did go with a little bit of a lighter powder shade because I knew I was only using it to set and highlight, kind of brighten where I was going. And then, so that's kind of what we're going to do there. Okay. And then what I do is I actually have a darker shade. So I have Astra. Okay. And I use this to contour. Now, if you're not comfortable with contouring, that is okay. You don't have to contour. It's not, it's not something you have to do. But I love this brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, you guys. This is great for people that are learning also how to do contour because you have different like control over how much. So this is the minimum kind of like payout. You would do that. You can go to mid, which is going to give you like more of a sharp line. And then you can go to max to kind of like really sculpt. So I use the max kind of setting here to do, I'm going to use this powder right along my jawline to shape my jawline. I mean, it's there, just a little chunky. We're losing weight, but we got to hide that a little bit, okay? So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to take a little bit of that powder right down the middle of the neck. Now, I don't see a lot of people do this, but this is just creating kind of that snatched look. Okay. Then I'm going to take this to the middle, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply it right there. Okay. Boom. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, and we're going to blend that out in just a second, so don't stress about it. And I'm going to take it to the max here. And I'm just going to use this. This is Astra. So you just want to get like a couple shades darker than what you're using. And that's what I'm using to bring color back into my face, okay? So then I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to kind of blend this. And as you can see, I'm kind of patting it because I didn't set my face. So it's kind of dewy, right? So I don't want to like pull it and make it look funky. Okay. Boom. Love it. Now fix my. I always get powder and concealer on my lips. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then now we're going to talk blush really quick, you guys. I love blush. Thanks to Reese, I now wear a lot more blush than I used to. I love the way a lot of blush looks. But if you just want to do a little bit of blush, that's totally okay. I have 4 of the blushes that we carry. I love them. This is Milky Way. It's stunning. This is Starseed. It's a little bit of a darker mauve pink. This one is Callisto, super, super pretty, like Barbie pink. And then this is like my favorite. This is Mystic. This is kind of corally. This is a little bit darker, but it's stunning. So I'm going to go in with Callisto just because our eyes are kind of bright. So I don't want to do too crazy of a blush. Just like if I do I say basic, but I don't wear a lot of basic makeup. But if I do more of like a simple eye look, I'm going to wear a lot of blush. If I do more of like a crazy eye look, then I'm probably going to wear, you know, a blush that isn't as crazy. So I'm literally just going to tap in, and the payoff here is crazy. You guys, look at this. Like, what? I'm just tapping this in, and I'm doing it right above where I want that contour. You're actually going to pull this up. Okay. Same thing over here. Like, that payoff is crazy. And if it gets crazy, okay, if you're like, whoa, that's a lot. You can diffuse it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to diffuse it here in just a second. So if it gets too much, take that beauty blender, okay, and just diffuse that outer. Okay, you can totally diffuse it. Okay. So that is the face, and then I'm going to show you guys lips really quick. So we have the lip liners and the lip glosses, you guys, which I'm obsessed with. I don't normally like lip gloss because a lot of lip glosses are sticky, which is I don't like. So we are going to, I'm going to show you really quick the lip liner. So I have a couple lip liners here. I'm gonna apologize now, you guys, because I don't have what colors these are. I can find them if you need them, but we have kind of like a reddish one. I think this is Interstellar. I could be wrong. And then I have kind of a mauvey pink one, and this is the one we're going to use. What I love about this is the shape. So it's super easy to get in that Cupid's bow. So we're going to line our lips. Now you can totally overline them if you want. I like to line my existing lips. All right. So we kind of line those, and then we're going to go in with one of our glosses. Now I believe these are all of them. I have the glosses here, you guys. They're so moisturizing. They're not sticky. They stay on. This is Equinox. Super, super pretty. It doesn't really have any shimmer to it. So this is just like a flat shade. This one is Pink Moon, which has a little bit of shimmer, but not much. This one is a red. This is Solstice. Gorgeous, gorgeous red. We have Moonspell, which has the shimmer to it. Stunning. And then we have Starburst, which is a really great like neutral. So if you're looking for just like something to wear every day, that's great. We're actually going to go in with, let's go with Pink Moon. So this is the one that has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but not a lot. I'm just applying that right over. Stunning, right? Stunning. And then really quick before we go, I want to show you guys what I do underneath my eye that's going to help you pull the whole look together. I totally forgot. But take a small brush, okay, really small brush, and you're going to pull this color. So I'm going to take a little bit of that blue. See this little brush? I'm going to pull it right underneath my eye. This is going to pull everything together, guys. See how that kind of adds to that? And then I'm going to go in with this brown right here. Okay. So we're just going to add that. And then I'm going to take my blending brush one last time. And I'm just going to, oh, that had pink on it, y'all. That's all right. But that's what we're going to do, you guys. So we have that. See, everybody makes mistakes. Look at that. That's okay. So that's what we're looking at, you guys. So if you have questions, let me know. That halo look can literally be used with any color story, with any palette that you have. It can be used with the Natural Goddess palette. It's absolutely versatile and amazing. So I hope to see your guys' looks. Feel free to tag me on Facebook, Instagram, all of that at Alicia DeBiaso. So I'm going to hand it back over to Chris.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for tuning in. So great notes. Again, we'll post this replay. You guys have some good tips and tricks for your next cosmetology. So if you know somebody that hasn't tried this product, please refer them to this video. We have some phenomenal videos here with Cosmikology, and it's an amazing brand. So everybody that we have on here loves it. I appreciate you guys in the chat that are chiming in and walking through us every step of the way. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, Alicia, for taking time and spending some time with us to show us how you do it. And you got the 1-2 eye look, so I love it. Appreciate it. And you guys be safe, be well, and I'll see you on the next webinar. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.